Welcome to Spotlight Features Volunteer Nation. Join us as we celebrate the inspiring stories of selfless individuals who volunteer their time and energy to make a positive impact in their communities. In the spirit of truth and reconciliation, we respect, honor, and acknowledge that this production was recorded on Treaty 6 territory and the traditional homeland of the Métis, Cree, Dene, Saulteaux, Dakota, Lakota, and Nakota people. We pay our respect to the First Nations and Métis ancestors of this place and reaffirm our relationship with one another. Hey, I'm Hank Cruz in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I am one of the volunteer hosts of Punch TV, a show that celebrates people who love comics, movie, TV, anime, pop culture, and more. Volunteering, for me, is a rewarding experience, and not just volunteering to produce local content here on Rogerstv, but getting involved in many other activities around the community. There are so many organizations and causes that simply could not operate without the time and dedication that volunteers give. The people you're about to meet are generously giving back in unique, meaningful, and inspiring ways. In our first story, a free weekly meal program is serving up nutritious food with a side of love for anyone in need. And the backbone of this operation is Betty Armstrong, who's making a difference in the lives of many, one full belly at a time.
Everybody's given a gift, and mine is servitude. It's something I've always known. I love going into the kitchen in the morning at Operation Feast and just having that peaceful time. I can just be there doing that work with the food and getting it ready and thinking about the people it's going to feed and the people it's going to make happy. Operation Feast is a meal that we provide once a week to 165 people, which are low income, disabled people, mentally wounded, a lot of elderly, and Operation Feast is out of New Life Church. All of the money that helps support Operation Feast is done through tithing in the church. We had other cooks. What happened during COVID is I was the cook that said, I'll continue this. And then the other cooks all moved away. Nobody stepped forward to say, I'll take on that role of putting in anywhere from 20 to 30 hours a week. So it's lots of time. But I'm retired, so I can do it, and I love to do it. I've never thought, oh, I don't feel like doing this today. You know, I look forward to it. It's something I really look forward to because it's such a good feeling to know that you're helping people, you know, that you're helping somebody not have to worry. So if you can do that for one meal, it helps. I don't know what I'm cooking from week to week. Our newspaper comes out on Thursday, so after we send the meals out with the drivers and the people come and pick up their meals, and I drop off my deliveries. When I get home, I sit down and I pull up the newspaper and I start going through the flyers and circling what I can make this week by what's on sale. So my shopping is all day Monday, and then on Tuesday I start with a lot of the prep of the vegetables and everything. I do all the cooking on Wednesday, and then everything gets put into the containers, and then on Thursday we have some children from the high school that come. They package all that food up, have it all ready, it's all counted out for each driver. I usually have 4 drivers, and everybody is volunteers. Like, nobody's paid for this job, none of us are. We just do this from our hearts because we want to help people. There's lots of people that are struggling and they never say a word. You know, they'll go without meals so their kids eat. I personally know 2 people that ate dog food because they had to feed their children. So the money they did have went to food for their children. And one of them, they said that if they wouldn't have had Operation Feast feeding them, that they wouldn't have made it. So, you know, to be able to hear that, so we know we're helping people. We know it helps. Like they said, that 1 meal a week, right, made all the difference in the world. On the Thursday, at the end of the day, after we've got all the food out, and I'm on my way home, I have this really, really good feeling in the pit of my stomach that I've done something useful. You know, everybody wants to feel needed and wanted, and that makes me feel needed and wanted. And just knowing that worry that you can take away for one day, it feels really good to be able to do something that's worthwhile.
Hi there, my name's Guy Dauncey and I've been running this show, Change the World, for 7 years now, with immense productive help from people behind the scenes at first Shaw and now Rogers. I live my life trying to make a difference in the world, to bring more kindness, compassion and love into the world. And this show allows me to talk to people in the community who are doing the same. So I've met so many great people. We've done about 50 episodes now. We're still continuing to do them. And the ability for me to bring on local people who talk about their lives and the work they're doing and the difference they're making in the world, for me to dig into the why they're doing it and their values, it's just fantastic. So this is a great service that Rogers offers, and I really appreciate it, and I really thank everyone behind the scenes who makes it possible. So I'm happy to be here, thanks. And keep watching Change the World.
I can't thank people enough for donating to the war amps.
If I could, I'd give every single donor a big hug, because things that they've allowed these kids to do are amazing.
Gives them the opportunity to experience else would.
They can do so much. They can play musical instruments, snow, play hockey, kayak, swim, doors being closed to them, and I find that amazing.
It's affected my family in a way that we may never be able to thank you.
Jim Grossman enjoys connecting and building relationships with seniors through the simple act of delivering meals. It's an activity that keeps him busy and connected with his wife and an entire volunteer crew that has become like family.
I have been retired for 10 years now, and I can't say that ever I have gone to the end of the day and said, I'm glad that day's over, I was so bored. I can't remember ever thinking that. My wife Shelley and I volunteer at the Viner Center, delivering Meals on Wheels to senior citizens that don't either feel like they can or want to continue cooking. We deliver them Monday to Friday. We usually start at about 9 and get back to the Viner Center by 11:30 as a rule. It's just a way to get to know some of these older folks. They get to communicate with somebody other than their four walls, because some of them really don't have a lot of other contact. And we can tell that by the fact that they just want to chat quite a bit. Some of them really are starving for communication with somebody. And it's just a very nice thing to be able to do that for people. The group of people that we deliver with are all somewhat like-minded. We like picking on one another, making fun. And it's just a back and forth constant with us. we have grown to the point where we now socialize away from that week as well. There is probably 4 of us couples that go out for a meal once in a while. One of the couples and us have been at our house and we've been to their house numerous times. And a friendship has really developed amongst our group. So, here's the meal, shall we? Just helping. I think we both find that extremely rewarding, to help people. In some respects, I guess it just basically gives you a purpose, because it is such a rewarding thing to do, to volunteer, to help others who are less fortunate than you in some way. As a teacher for all of my life, I was helping students. And in many respects, I'm still helping people, just in a different way, and thoroughly enjoying it as much as I did teaching.
The Rogerstv volunteer program has given me an amazing opportunity to practice broadcasting and filmmaking in a fun, enthusiastic, and encouraging atmosphere. Working under the producers and technicians, I've learned so much for my skill set in the industry. I've learned everything from editing to camera work to using audio boards and to using media switchers. Rogerstv has helped me build a portfolio and gain the skills that I'm looking for. If you aren't already a volunteer, I highly recommend you check out your local Rogerstv.
It is true. One of the great things about volunteering is getting to spend time with so many fantastic people. That's why I love volunteering. I love volunteering at our local high schools, rocking career and entrepreneurship workshops. I also enjoy volunteering at the Saskatoon Festival of Trees, an annual community event celebrating the holiday season with all of the proceeds supporting Saskatoon City Hospital Foundation. Our next story is about Amelia Sutherland, a young woman who discovered her passion for volunteering at a young age. She aspires to become a flight paramedic one day, inspired by the first responders who have come to her aid many times.
I think my first time coming to an actual hockey game, I was probably like 9. And I came here with my aunt and uncle. I had like a pure smile on my face the entire time. It was amazing.
To the point, here's Caden Carlisle with a wrist shot. Score!
It's really just a fun time, honestly. I love seeing everyone get together, get all the equipment set up, seeing everyone in their own environment, fast pace of like a hockey game. If people need help with something that they might not know how to do or how to work a piece of equipment, being able to help them. Like getting in the crowd and getting shots of everyone and having a great time, it's amazing. Being the one that needed the help at the time and seeing someone come to basically my rescue, I took what they gave me, the feeling of being the one to help someone, and I turned that into a possible career option for myself. Being a first responder, being the first on a scene where someone needs you the most is just probably the best feeling that someone could have, and that's what I want to be able to give people. First time I flew a plane was September 26th, 2022. It was the exact day. It was probably the best day of my life. I was so happy. I had the biggest smile on my face. You're flying something in the air that weighs a ton of weight, and it's just coasting through the air, and you have control of it. It was the most fascinating experience of my life, and I would do it all over again. I've always wanted to help people. Paramedics have always made a good impact on me because I was a kid. I was always pretty sick and they would always come and help me, and I wanted to be like them. I found it so fascinating that they were able to just help you in your worst times, and I wanted to be like them. And then putting both of them together, I actually realized that there was such a thing called a flight paramedic, where you're able to fly in the back of a helicopter helping people who are critically ill or critically hurt from accidents and need to get airlifted to hospital. And I find that so cool, and that's what really made me stick to my decision of wanting to be a paramedic and eventually a flight paramedic. No matter where you're volunteering, whether it's here at Rogers, the hospital, with Project Surge, at the airport, flight school and stuff like that, it gives you an opportunity to see the different ways of how people do their things. If you like that field, it shows you, like here at Rogers, it's camera work, it's editing, it's directing, it's a whole bunch of fun stuff like that. And then at the hospital, it's medical field, sterilization, cooking and food preparation. And then at the airport, it's hauling big planes, fueling planes, seeing a whole bunch of people, how they do their job day to day, how they like their jobs, and you just get to connect with all those people, and it's super cool. The smiles on people's faces. That's what probably gets me coming back, like volunteer at Rogers, seeing just like the cameras and the lights, all the action, every hockey game.
Hi, I'm Rose. I like volunteering at Rogers. I meet so many new people every day, and I can learn so many things. I can stand behind a camera, I can cut something out of shows, and it looks really interesting to learn so many new things and to meet so many new people. Volunteer with me at Rogers. We can have so much fun. We have lots of laughter.
My name's Mark, I'm an alcoholic.
Dorothy T, and I am an alcoholic. I'm an alcoholic, my name is Victoria. My journey in AA started years ago when I reached the outside limits of my desperation.
And then these people, just gathered around me. That was the fellowship in action.
If I carry any sort of message with my story, it's that, keep coming back and that this thing does work.
If you have a problem with alcohol, contact AA. It works.
When Celeste Goodhope was looking for a way to give back, she found the perfect fit. A way to volunteer and help a cause that is very close to her heart.
It's therapeutic, it's meditative, and it's a way to connect with other volunteers that want to help animals as well. We have members of the public drop off bags and boxes of bottles and cans, and when they come in, the volunteers here, we sort through them, we separate them, count them, bag them, and then we take them to the depot and get the refunds on those. And all of the money that we raise goes to support the shelter for their bills, so that bills, supplies that they need, food, kitty litter.
I really enjoy my time with Celeste. I think we make a really good team. We've worked out quite a system that we're quite efficient.
Kathy and I, we worked together for quite a while doing the recycling program here, and I think we work really, really well together. I think especially because we both have a great love of animals. Volunteering is important because I feel like it gives people the opportunity to get outside of themselves and do something for somebody else. My biggest hope would be for people to do whatever they can, and more people makes lighter work. So even if you feel like you can't do a lot, any little bit that you can do, partnered with other people, can make a huge difference.
Jerry Gould has been giving back to his community for years. He also spends his time inspiring the next generation by instilling the value of compassion and service in his children.
I didn't intend to become a volunteer. I never even knew what that would be like, but when I started, I just insisted on continuing to do it in my life. I didn't grow up with a role model that was a volunteer. I became a volunteer out of, I'm going to call it maybe tragedy. It was September 11th, I was stuck in an airport in Chicago, and this couple comes through handing out sandwiches and coffee to all the stranded travelers. The kindness of complete strangers kind of just inspired me to give back. Made volunteering a part of my life and family life when I was, much younger. And during raising of our children, I wanted to show them what volunteering was like. And I hope as they grow older that they're going to love it as much as I do. The older I get, and the less busy I become and the more entrenched I become in the community, I just want to continue to do more. I don't think when I retire I can just sit around and do nothing, so my volunteering is probably what I'm going to be doing. The Lions Club is the best conduit to do that in. Like, as a Lions member, you can affect so many different groups and nonprofit groups in here as a group of wonderful local citizens. The one that I really like working with the most is the Orangeville Food Bank. We actually physically stand in front of the Metro grocery store and we do it twice a year, and we gather food and financial donations, and it goes directly to the food bank. Like, we serve our community, and everything we all do in our community is done with love and with benevolence, really. I don't know what budget is. One thing I've always remembered, to whom much is given, much is expected. So I just love to give back. I mean, I've been blessed, so I want to pay it forward.
Hi, welcome to Ukrainian Connections. I also have one pisanka here that my mother and I did together. We've donned our hustena and our little aprons for two. My name is Kathy Perushi-Harris, and I'm the host of Ukrainian Connections. Ukrainian Connections is a half-hour show, and we talk about Ukrainian events, Ukrainian history, stories, people's lives, and there's a lot of people out there that have some great information to share. This was a great avenue for it, so pretty thrilled to have this privilege. I think the community, the Ukrainian community in particular, is very grateful to Rogers to allow us to have this TV show, and I welcome anybody that has a topic that they want me to cover that they think would be of interest to the general community, and if you'd like to speak about it and be interviewed, that would be awesome as well.
I hope that you all have been inspired, as I have, by all these amazing people who are making a positive impact in communities right across our country. Everyone has their own reason to volunteer, but we can all agree that volunteering, it makes you feel good. My name is Hank Cruz. Thank you for joining us today on Spotlight Features Volunteer Nation.
Oh hey, it's Hank with Punch TV airing on Rogerstv in Saskatoon. And it's National Volunteer Week, and on behalf of everybody, the whole team at Punch TV, I want to say thank you to Rogers for letting us volunteer to produce local content on a monthly basis. We put out over 100 episodes now, and being able to contribute to the community programming here in Saskatoon is amazing. It's an amazing experience that I wish more people would get into. And speaking personally, volunteering for me is a very rewarding experience, and not just volunteering for Punch, but volunteering for many other things around the community. And I encourage everyone to get out and volunteer because it's going to make you feel good.